Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm in RuneScape 3 today. I've got some really quick and easy dailies here to make easy gold or easy XP or both at the same time. So I'm kind of in the end game of RuneScape, so some of these methods will be available to you, some of them won't. If you don't have these unlocks, that's fine, just skip to the next section. I'm going to put the chapters in the description so you can easily skip to the next bit. But this is what I do pretty much every day, just to quickly get some XP, do my dailies, get some gold, and it just works really nicely. So without further ado, let's go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our Jack of Trades aura on, which is here. Activate that. This gives us 3 hours to train as many skills as possible to receive a bonus XP, which you can use in any skill you want. So I use this in the daily keys to get my Dungeoneering to level 117 and the prayer as well to level 99 I just did with this. You can unlock this by going into Zuan's shop. He uses these loyalty points to buy auras. And you can buy the Jack of Trades aura from him. I think it starts at tier 2. So you buy it at the lower level and then you upgrade it through the different tiers till you get to max. All that does is it means you get more XP for training more skills. So if you don't have this unlocked, fine, but it's just quite a good thing to do at the start because we'll be training skills throughout all these different methods. So we get this for free essentially. The other thing we want to do is check our dailies. So if I go to adventures and challenges, I've got dailies here for Runespan, cooking and archaeology. So we'll bear that in mind and we'll complete some of these by default as we do the other things as well. I do have some tokens. I used to have hundreds of these, but they deleted them or cashed them in for points when they launched that battle pass essentially a while ago. I did lose a lot of my tokens, but if you do these every day, you get more tokens than you use. So I typically just use the tokens when I've got like a Dungeoneering or a Slayer task because they take longer. Could use it for your archaeology, but I don't really need to. So we're going to do those as we do these methods as well. So the first thing to do is to head over to Perfidness. Obviously you have to unlock Perfidness to get here, so you have to complete Plague's End. So I use the crystal teleport seed to teleport to the Ithil district here. If you don't have the crystal teleport seed, that's fine. You can just teleport to Perfidness and run here. It's not a big deal. If you have a Grace of the Elves, it is worth wearing it because we are doing gathering skills. We are going to be doing some mining. So there's a chance we get Seren Spirits. So again, it's just a nice thing to be wearing. Make sure you've got your porter turned off though, because we're going to need the sandstone in our inventory, not in our bank. So we're going to go and get some of this crystal flecked sandstone. So yeah, you want to get this every day because you can't trade it and you can use it to make things like the Artificer's Measure and also the Blessed Flask, which are some quite useful endgame items. If you don't want to use it for that, you can make crystal flasks and sell it for quite a lot of money. You can also disassemble the crystal flasks to get components as well. I think they're really good for clear components and a few others. And also you can use the flasks you make for your own potions as well, which is good for endgame. So we got a full inventory here. So we'll go and put them in the glass machine to grind them down. So we mine this until it's empty. So it's just under 2 inventories full. You can use a perked axe to get some passive invention XP. You can use your mining outfit if you want. You can use mining urns here. For me, it's not worth it. We won't be here very long, so I just used the pickaxe I have on my tool belt. Another thing to know is if you want urns, and we will be using urns later in this, you can actually mine soft clay here and then turn it into urns right here by spinning it and putting it in the pottery oven. So it's absolutely ideal for making urns quickly. So if you ever need urns, this is a great place to come to. So we got the last of the crystal fleck sandstone. We will craft that into the glass. And while we're here, we're going to get some easy crafting and construction XP for our Jack of Trades. So we go over to the harp. Just to make it easier on myself, I typically leave the harp in an untuned state, and that way I immediately get construction XP, and now I'll get crafting XP. So you see I've already trained 3 skills now, mining, crafting and construction. And I'll just do this until the harp needs tuning, and then I'll leave, and then next time I come here, I'll get construction XP straight away again. So we're just watching our chat box here. It's a little bit annoying if you have the Ithil spirit in this area, and because it makes the harps detune faster, but this isn't the case now. And look, a harp is 10% out of tune, so we can leave now. Now, we're not going to leave just yet. So if I go over here, you'll see there's a trader here. We can buy limestone bricks from this guy. He sells them for 21 gold. And let's buy one and just check. The price is 1,100. So we'll buy a full inventory and then we'll put it in the bank. I'll cover this later in the shop run section of this guide, but it's worth noting you could do this when you come here to mine the crystal fleck sandstone as well. Okay, the other thing we're going to do before we leave here is we're going to check out our house. So obviously if your house isn't here, then don't come here, go to wherever your house is or use a house teleport. But my house is here in Preparedness, so it's dead easy. I just enter my house here. I'm going to dismiss my follower. Don't need them. I'm going to go here. So we're in our aquarium, which is kitted out. So I'm going to open all the oysters, which isn't really a big deal. It's free stuff. Why not? We're going to cook the kelp. Again, really doesn't matter. I like free stuff. Also get a little bit of farming XP, so, you know. I'm going to open our treasure chest. This is a weekly rather than a daily. But we get an elite clue scroll, which is very nice. Get really good rewards from elites. And we're going to open these up. Now, if we don't get the same type of plank, we might have to drop something from our inventory. Oh no, we did get the same type of plank. Okay, fine. So you can do this every day to get all the gems and everything, but I'd just do it once a week to get the clue scroll. Obviously, you need to have put the chest in your aquarium. Okay, so now we're going to teleport to Uglog. So you can mine the red sandstone here, but you have to have completed the quest as a first resort to use the glass machine here. If you look at our legendary Jack of Trades aura, we need to have trained 25 different skills. So which skills you train is up to you. For me, this is the most efficient method. So I typically don't train divination, for example. Don't train slayer, but it's up to you. They'll also be governed somewhat by your challenges. So if I had a divination task here, I would probably just train divination instead. Okay, so we go up here, we bank all of our robust class, and then we go back again for our second inventory. See, we have a Seren Spirit, so it's worth equipping this Grace of the Elves. Let's hope we get Hazelmere's ring. Pretty unlikely, but we'll see. We got huge plated rune salvage. Okay, fine. We'll arc that. While we're here, we'll go to Chaga. We'll trade with her. And we'll buy... You can just buy the packs if you want. But if you want to buy everything, or most things, you can do to make a little bit more money. And this is actually going to be really useful, because we're going to use this meat later in another method as well. So you can save these up and sell them on the GE for quite a good profit. Especially coming up to double XP, people want to buy cooking supplies. I personally just use it for a method that I'll show you later on. So buy the raw meat. The cooked meat isn't worth it. Just buy the raw meat. You see that sells for 2,500 coins, and we spent more like 20 coins on each one. So it's good profit there. Okay, now we have to decide where we're going next. I actually now start my farm runs. So if I switch into my farming here, so now that we have our farmer's outfit, we can retrieve items from here. So we retrieved our bird's nests, and I just like to grind them to save on bank space. And these seeds, if I've got a valuable seed, I'll keep it. For some reason, watermelon seeds go for a decent amount, but these seeds are not worth much. So I'll just disassemble these. They actually give you living components and organic parts, which are quite useful. So I disassemble the cheap seeds, and I keep or sell the expensive seeds. So you could do some other things here as well. So you could go to your divination outfit, for example. Could wear this and retrieve your chronicle, and the rune crafting hood is worth it, but I'll show you that later. Again, you know, if you've got any special outfits that give you perks, for me the farmer's outfit and the rune crafting outfit are the ones that are most worth it. Anyway, we've got our farmer's outfit. We are now gonna teleport to Menethos. You can choose your crops to either maximize XP or GP. Sometimes you get both, but typically the best XP crop is not necessarily the best GP crop, because everyone's farming it for XP, meaning that it doesn't go for as much. I've planted golden dragon fruit here, and I don't have the farming level. Oh no, what are we going to do? Well, don't worry, because if you talk to the god emissaries around Gielinor, you can get a god banner. So now I've got my god banner, I can contact an emissary, get a skill boost. I get a 30-minute skill boost and a skill of my choice, not including combat. So I will get a farming boost. And now I can harvest these things. Now we're going to teleport to Alcarid. We're going to pick his golden dragon fruit as well. We're going to use that on the tool apricorn. And while we're here, we can talk to Ali Morasan. If you have done some of his quests, you can buy runes from him for a good profit. And we will do some shop runs and show rune profits anyway. But while we're here in Alcarid, we might as well do this. Again, you look at his runes, you buy his elemental runes and you buy his other runes. So nature are profitable. I haven't actually checked these prices in a while, but it was always nature was profitable and blood, cosmic, and soul. Sometimes chaos is profitable, sometimes it's not. You can always just buy one and then examine it to see what the GE price is. But typically these are the ones I buy for decent profit margins. So now we leave Alimorisan and we go to Het's Oasis. So again, now we're here. We will pick our last cactus. And notice we're on the Seren spell books. So you unlock the Seren spells by completing the Light Within. We'll go to our Tool Leprechaun. We'll exchange with him to get some Super Compost. We want 8 Super Compost. Why 8? Because we are going to use Seren spells 8 times. So we go over here. We put the Super Compost onto the Hollyhock bush. We'll use Rapid Growth. So it grows and we just click it 3 times. And we harvest roses. Oh, we got golden roses. Great. So using compost helps you have a higher chance of getting golden roses. If you use Ultra Compost, you've got an even better chance. For me, it's not worth the aggro. I've got plenty of Super Compost. I'll just use that. So I could cast that twice because I've got the Master Farmer outfit. I think Tree Farmer's outfit also lets you cast it twice. If you don't have that, that's fine. Just cast it once. And yeah, you get golden roses, which are worth a fair bit of money. 1.3 million GP each. That's 3.9 million right there. You can use that to catch golden scarabs. Make sure you have the upgrades. And then sell the burial powder as well that you make from those. It's up to you, really. If I didn't have a daily here, I would just excavate this material cache and get some archaeology XP very quickly. There you go, it's done. But I have to excavate or restore an artifact. So I'm going to excavate one here. It's very, very fast. Again, I could get my archaeology gear out, but it's not worth it because it'll be very quickly anyway. And you don't have to do this unless you've got it as a daily task. There you go. So our task is done. We've excavated an artifact. Now, while we're here, we can also get some very quick and easy Hunter XP. So you just click on a few scarabs. If you want, you can pick up the shells he drops as well. So yeah, now I've got Hunter XP. So now I've got 9 of 25 skills done. Now we're going to put compost on the next bush. We're going to use Rapid Growth. And we're done. Very nice. Now, typically, I get golden roses like once out of these runs. Sometimes you can get lucky and get it a few more times, but they're not very high drop rate. But 1 in 8 times I get a golden roses approximately. So we go to the last bush. Right, and now we go to the bank here. You can click on the guy or the chest, it doesn't matter. Keep your urns, but get rid of everything else. And then we withdraw some seeds. You can pick whatever herb you want. There was a time where spirit weeds were pretty good value for money, so I bought a load of those. So we go here, we harvest these. So these herbs are getting cleaned automatically because of my outfit, and I'm getting herb lore from it as well. Right, we put the compost down, plant the spirit weed. I've got the unlock to put down 10 seeds, which is great. So you get those unlocks from one of these people. Sidekicks. You earn Crook's favor by harvesting plants. I've unlocked a lot of these already. I don't really care about the title, so maybe I should unlock Everlasting Incense. There we go. Very nice. Now we're going to carry on our farming, and we just teleport to Ardoin. And now we're going to get more farming XP, quite a lot more farming XP. We're also going to make a bit of money. So here we are on my farm. I do have rabbits here in these pens. That's just to increase my breeding speed in my other pens. We are going to take noted raw beef. Notice we just bought that beef. If you're low on beef, you can get some of the other meat you've bought from Uglog, or you can choose whatever meat you want. Obviously, you buy the cheapest meat from the GE. It's optimal way, but we've got loads of beef anyway, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to use woad leaves that I bought from Weiss in the Gardener previously. Carry them around with me. Now we're going to make sure these animals are fed. You don't have to do this every day. Normally every 2 or 3 days, or even 4 days really is probably enough. If this had run out of food because I've been away or something, then I would check to make sure none of them were sick and cure the diseases if they were. Not the case here. When Necromancy was released, you got a lot of money for coloured wool. So I started farming sheep and I never bothered to take them out. You don't have to farm sheep, but I like them. I like my golden sheep. I take the baby sheep and I sell them. I mean, if they're really good for breeding, maybe I would keep them. But generally I sell them for beans, and it's just a passive way to get beans. It doesn't really cost anything and it's useful. Right, oh, we're also going to get some seeds from the bank. Should have done that before. So we're going to get whatever flowers we want. I've just got loads of limpwort seeds. I mean, limpwort is really useful anyway, and it's quite profitable. So loads of those. Sunchoke seeds, I bought way too many ages ago, so I'm trying to burn through them. They're good for XP, but they're not the best. And I need a herb seed as well. Again, we'll stick with spirit weeds. And we're going to take 4 composts out of the compost bin. Now, if you're a lower level, you don't have to have dragons and sheep. Like, you can have other things. And you'll gain farming XP quite quickly and unlock these higher level animals. So we don't get any GP from the Sunchoke seeds. They're purely about XP. But that's fine. I need more farming XP. Notice these are being automatically watered because I have the Master Farmer's outfit. It's also quite nice that I'm getting farming guild points as well. So I'm nearly at the max tier, which means I get more beans from selling animals, which is just nice. And it's another unlock. Pick our limp work. And finally, we'll pick our herbs. Now, because I've got this farming cape on, it gives me a chance to instantly harvest everything. So you see there? I just harvested all the herbs. Wow, that was good timing. So it just makes it a lot quicker and it notes them. So I don't have to go and note them with the tool leprechaun, which is just really handy. I can't believe that happened as I was saying it. That isn't an editing trick. That was just a coincidence. So I've got 4 dragons in my breeding pen, and it's important to have 4 because then it fills up the pen. And if they lay any eggs, it doesn't go in the pen. And then every day I collect from Kalia. I actually collected yesterday. I got loads of these quite late yesterday. So yeah, they've not had any more eggs, but you typically get 1 or 2 eggs every 24 hours. And they go for like 1 million, 1.5 each. So again, another passive income stream, really nice. Obviously make sure they're fed. The other thing about dragons is you get actually really quite good XP from mucking out the manure, which is great. So you climb over the stile, muck out the manure. That also gives me some agility training. So now I'm up to 12 of 25 skills trained. And I haven't gone and specifically looked for skills to train. This has just happened as part of my daily run, which is great. And we can use the dragon manure to make ultra compost, which is really handy in itself as well. Again, you get 2 or 3 manures every day normally, which is really quite nice XP. Look, 1080 XP. That's great. I mean, I have got bonus XP here from stars. But even so, it's good. So we put our dragon manure in here. And now we're going to go inside the house. So we go to the trapper. It costs very few beans to send him off. And every day he'll come back with a new animal, some of which can be quite valuable. So he gave me a sheep. That's not going to go for much, but that's fine. We can still sell it on the G for some passive cash. We're using that teleport to get to Anachronia. I'm going to check on our animals. So we've got some dinosaurs that are grown up here. So this gives us tons of XP. Make sure they're fed, which they are. Fed them yesterday. Here we've got Bagorada Rexes, which is nice. Again, lots of XP for these. So you see, I'm really rocketing through these levels. When they're a bit older, they will lay eggs. Now you can't sell those eggs because there's no breeder that can pick them up. They'll always land in the pen and then be inspected, so you can't sell them. But they are a good source of beans. So, okay. So now we're going to head back to Burthorpe. So we got 12 of 25 skills done. And then Burthorpe has enough training methods to just quickly sort out the last few skills. Now then, we want to have different attack styles. So we've got a sword on us already. Got a bow. We want some necromancy. We've already trained magic, actually, by casting rapid growth, so we don't need to do that, right? And now we're going to attack these rabbits. And if you have a daily to kill mobs, necromancy is really nice here. You just run to the rabbits, and you can use your AoE attacks to kill them, which is really nice. I've got loads of ores in my bank, so I'll just make a bronze bar. Again, here you can make an equipment item if that's one of your dailies. Make a bar. Now we're train smithing. Put it in there. If you need ore, you can go into the mine there. Dead easy. And we are going to chop down a tree. So here, if we had a daily to make bows, for example, or to light fires, we chop down more trees. But we don't have those dailies, so we're just going to chop down 2 trees. One of them we're going to use to make some arrow shafts. And the other one we're going to use to start a fire. So here, you would normally just catch 1 crayfish. But because we have a daily to cook, we need to cook 10. So we're going to get 10 crayfish. And we're going to cook these 10. And that's our other daily done. This is a step that I often forget, is to pickpocket this guy. You can also pickpocket Ithel workers over in Profidness as well if you chose, which you get better rewards for. Doesn't really matter, we're just doing it for the thieving XP. Put all those in the bank. And if you had a summoning daily here, you would take out some summoning materials, but we don't need to because we don't have a summoning daily. And we make our way over here. This is another good shop run as well. So I'll cut this later, but you can buy stuff from here, especially around double XP. This stuff sells for a lot. So you want to buy Eyes of Newt, you want to buy Bear Fur, you want to buy Red Berries, you want to buy Limpwort Roots, and Vials of Water. Now we're going to go to Majestics, and we're going to take all of his freebies so that we can do a summon. And we'll create a Spirit Wolf pouch. Now these are not really worth much, so I just disassemble them. I've already disassembled today anyway, so I've already got Invention XP, but again, that's some Invention XP for you. If you haven't been to Hex Oasis, you could do Hunter here as well. And the nice thing about this is it also gives you bones, so you can do prayer XP. Obviously, you can just take bones out of your bank. Everyone's got bones in the bank. There's multiple ways you could do prayer, or you could do one of the other skills. I'll finish off prayer because now I'm in Burthorpe already, and now I can claim my reward. So make sure you turn off your aura once you've completed your 25 skills. If you haven't completed all of them, it will flash up with a warning saying you really want to deactivate it. And now I talk to this guy and he gives me a skill book. Read the legendary skill book, put it in Dungeoneering because I personally don't like Dungeoneering. 40,000 XP, just essentially passively, right? I got half of the skill training done while I did other things, and then the last 13 skills took me a couple of minutes. We'll destroy our farming gear. We've already taken the nests out of here. We're going to activate our ethereal head, and we are going to withdraw soul runes because they go for a lot of money. Now I can do this because I have unlocked the Wicked outfit by doing RuneSpan, which is quite a long grind, but it also got me to 99 rune crafting. So we just withdraw all this essence. It's good to have essence anyway, and again you can sell it for profit if you so choose. Okay, so now we're going to go to the Rune Crafting Guild. So first of all, I'll just finish off my challenges. I could go into this portal, but I've unlocked the high level portal, so I might as well use that. We'll chip off some floating essence. We'll harvest a death S-ray. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the RuneSpan when I first started the game because I really wanted to unlock the next moneymaker, which I'll show you now. Okay, so this was a huge moneymaker for me. And we go here into the Rune Crafting Guild portal. Now I need level 50 rune crafting to get in here. And obviously if you've got 99 rune crafting, you can then get their cape, you can activate it, and it will tell you your personal best type of runes for Goldberg machine are smoke runes. Smoke runes are worth a lot of money, so I don't use smoke runes on this. I'll find something else. So I go here. I also go to the Warband Rune Goldberg tracker, and that tells us which runes are the best ones to use today. So Chaos runes are number 1. They're kind of middle ground. They're not very cheap, but they're also not very expensive, so I'll probably use Chaos runes here. And then second rune for me is either Water runes, Blood runes, or Mud runes. So I'll put a link to that in the description if you need it. So Chaos runes, fine, we'll put that in our top slot. So we don't want to use Blood runes. We'll try Water runes because they're fairly cheap. And we can't use Smoke runes because they're worth too much money. We don't want to waste Smoke runes. Let's just put Air in for now and see what this is. Now, the more tries we do, the more runes it will use. So it's not worth doing too many tries. And you can kind of keep playing with this to get the best value for money. So but red face means it's very bad. This third slot I think is the most important slot as well. So we'll try these until we get the best we can. We'll leave these the same. So we had 62 with air, 88 with earth. That's pretty good. Let's see if we get worse or better. 82 with fire. So earth is still the best. Yeah, okay. So these are the cheat runes, the elemental and the mind and body. Don't really like to use these other runes. Nature runes sometimes you can use. They're not too expensive, but the others are worth too much money. Cosmic maybe you could use, but yeah, you get better returns for your money on this. So earth is the best so far, but we're just going to do a quick comparison. So how much did I say earth was? 88. Right, so if I put water with air, 75, whereas earth is 82. So earth is definitely better than water. Water in this mid slot gave us 88. Let's look at fire. 71. 93. Okay, that's very nice. Probably not going to do better than that, but let's check the body. No, okay, 93. So here we go. This is our optimal combination. We've done 12 tries, which is quite a lot. We're a bit unlucky because 2 of the 3 optimal runes were quite expensive ones that we didn't want to use. Sometimes you can find that the first 3 runes you try are cheap and they give you 100 Viswax, which is really good. But yeah, this is optimal. I think 93 Viswax is pretty good. Costs us a few runes, but they're all relatively cheap runes. So we'll combine those and get 93 Viswax. So they sell for 20k each. So, you know, that is nearly 2 million. Near double XP, or when new updates come out, the Viswax sells for a lot more as well. So yeah, that's worth knowing. Okay, so we're back in Burthorpe and it's time to claim our daily challenges. So we'll claim our rewards. We will open our reward chest. So that's giving us XP and all those skills. And it's got us distraction diversion reset token weekly, which is pretty good. A challenge token, so it's easier to complete these in future. Very nice. And most importantly, it's given us keys. So now we can use our keys. Well, you can get cosmetics, but really we're doing it to get lamps. So, yeah, I don't really pay much attention to these microtransaction things. I literally just cash in the keys for whatever. See if we can get anything good. Okay, not very good rolls, but it's fine. There we go. So we've got 2 stars, 2 lamps, and some other bits. Okay, so the next daily is actually over in Death's office. So let's quickly head over there and we're going to get our daily boss slaying task. So the reason why we're doing this is we get points and you can use the points on lots of good stuff. So Majorat Aura is amazing. It's expensive, but it's definitely worth getting. Reaper's Choice is also really nice. It lets you, or gives you a chance of choosing your task, which is great. There's a few good unlocks here. Ring of Death upgrade is good as well, but actually for money making, Incomplete Hydrix is worth loads of money and it doesn't even cost that many Reaper points, 300. I've nearly got enough. I use this to make my Look of the Dwarves. I'll use this to make Brooch of the Gods. You can also use this to make Essence of Finality, so it's really, really good. There's loads of good things here, so it's worth doing this every day, especially if you get to choose your task. It can be super easy. So I'm going to get a task. 12 souls from Lee Jones. So I actually haven't fought Lee Jones yet. I do keep meaning to do it, but I just haven't got around to it. I don't really know. I think they're quite easy, but I'm going to dismiss this. You can dismiss 1 task a day without a problem. So I'm going to do that because I might actually get to choose. Rex Matriarchs. Okay, fine. Let's do Rex Matriarchs then. So I've actually never done this boss. This is the brand new boss actually. And I've not had a chance to actually try them yet because I've been playing a lot of old school. But yeah, let's see what we can do, you know? So we're going to try this boss absolutely blind. Haven't read anything about it. I was not expecting to do this today at all. I was just going to show you some dailies, but I guess we're going to do the new boss. So cool. Let's do it. If you want to see me doing the quest for the new Rex Matriarch and trying to learn how to fight it, that'll be a future video. Please take a look out for that. It was a good experience. I didn't look anything up. I just did it from scratch. Okay, so we finished our Slayer assignment. 17,000 Slayer XP, 18 Reaver points. That's pretty nice. We're now getting pretty close to our 283 points. Now then, we are going to go to Farinthri. You don't have to go to Farinthri for this, but Farinthri is just a really nice combination of all the different things you're interested in all together. First thing we're going to do is we're going to check on our invention machines. I go to my alchemizers. I've got 62 million in here and 1,232 salvage. So you can buy this from less than the high alch price. And then you put them in your Autoalcher and it makes you passive money. It's really nice. So just make sure it's charged up with divine charges and nature runes and you'll make loads of cash. So we'll come back to nature runes in a moment. Now we'll go over to Aster and we will claim our bonus. Right, and now we go over here. So first of all, we can go to ports and see what our ships have done. So we'll get our result. Oh, we got an Eastern Scroll, which is very nice. So we can use those to unlock unique items that we can build. And really good for things like Sea Singers, for mage gear. The chimes and things are useful for building things later and for unlocking things. So it's one of these things that takes a long time to get all the stuff. So it's good if you just do this every day. It's really good. So this is from Miscellanea. So you need to do the Throne of Miscellanea quest to do this. Once you've done that, you put some money in the coffers and you allocate workers. So my workers are getting different types of wood. But yeah, you get woods and birds' nests and all kinds of things. And you can set it to whatever resources you want. Okay, so we needed nature runes, and that brings us on nicely to our shop runs. So we did a couple of shop runs during our daily routine run around Gillinor, but now we're going to do a dedicated shop run to all the mage shops to get runes, because 1, I need nature runes anyway, and 2, I sell these runes for quite a profit. So if you teleport to Lunar Isle, you can go inside the house here. This requires Lunar Diplomacy unlocked to get access to here, and you can buy runes from Baba Yaga. Now we teleport down to Yanil. We go up here. You can also pick up your grapes here, actually. Grapes, an okay moneymaker. So I'm not going to cover farm runs in this video. If you are interested in farm runs, then let me know. You can also buy mystic gear and sell that, because that goes for a profit now because it's used as a necromancy material. But I don't bother, to be honest, because it's only low amounts anyway you can buy from there. Okay, so now we need to buy some runes from Burthorpe. Now this place only sells basic runes, this one and the next one. So you can skip it if you want, it's not the end of the world. You can also do this run when you come to do your Jack of Trades as well. But yeah, come here and you can buy runes from here. Now, bear in mind, I'm not going to go back to Al-Kharid because we bought runes from Ali Morissan while we were there, but that is part of this daily as well. Just like down at the bottom of Burthorpe, there's the herb merchant who sells some potion ingredients as well. That's an okay daily, but again, I covered that earlier. You can look earlier in the video for that. So now we go to Port Sarim. Okay, next place we want to go is to Edgeville, and we will be going into the wilderness for this, so make sure you have PvP turned off before you go in there. Double checking I don't have a skull over my head. We go to the Mage of Zamorak. Note, if you've switched your options to teleport first, then you need to right click and trade him. Otherwise he'll teleport you into the abyss, which you don't want. Now you pull this lever in Edgeville to teleport you up to the top of the wilderness. Now this spider web was notorious for just being very frustrating when you keep failing to slash it. But if you've got the upgraded kitchen in Fort Forintry, you should slash it first time. Right, so now we cut through these webs and we pull the lever to get to the mage bank. So we want to trade with Lundale, and that you can bank with Gundale as well, which is nice. That's our rune shop runs. Now there's a couple of other shop runs you can do as well. I did touch on a couple of them earlier, but you can expand on that. So I use my Luck of the Dwarves to teleport to Keltergrim. You can get here other ways. You can use the trapdoor in the GE, or lots of different ways to do it. But yeah, if you come here and then you run to this building, you can trade with the stonemason. Now the stonemason does run around the room a bit. You can buy more limestone bricks from him and bank them here. Just keep going back and forth. He's got more limestone bricks than the guy in Providence had as well. There's a few more shop runs out there as well, but I found the limestone bricks to be most lucrative, especially coming up to double XP as well, because people use them for construction training. And finally, you can also top up on limestone bricks in Morton in Mauritania. So you need to have completed Shades of Morton for this, but actually more than that, you should complete In Aid of the Marek as well. That will let you rebuild the bank in Morton just south of here, so then you can run back and forth from here. So this guy's got 1,000 limestone bricks. He's also got 1,000 limestones. So you can buy the limestone and chisel it into limestone bricks if you choose. Personally, I don't think it's worth the time to do that, but the limestone bricks are pretty good. When the prices for the bricks were super high, it was actually worth just bringing magic notepaper and standing in the shop and noting all the bricks and then selling them. But I think that's a bit of a waste of notepaper at the moment. Prices have settled a little bit. Still profitable to do this, but I wouldn't necessarily invest magic notepaper in it. I don't know, maybe you could. Someone can do the maths on that. So there you go. There's some dailies to quickly get some XP and get some money. There's loads of things you could do, but these are just the things that I find really helpful. You saw my route at the beginning of the video. It just wraps everything up. It's really quick and easy to do, and it's great for dailies. But yeah, there's just some ideas for you. That's my personal routine that quickly gets me XP and gold every day, consistently. And there's some ideas there for you to expand upon if you really want to build on that and do more shop runs, for example. You can do. Let me know if you found this helpful. Let me know if you'd like to see a video on anything else. I've got so many things I could show you guys. Let me know if you're interested in money making or bossing or quests, whatever it might be. Give me a shout. Thanks all and have a great day.